Normies podcast.
Hey, what up, y'all? It's the Talking Normies podcast, and today we're starting off with something slightly different, something I've been obsessed with. I found a rap from Killer B. It's a Naruto rap, and we're just gonna listen to a little bit.
He a real rapper?
Yes.
Okay. That beat's hard.
A rap song? Is it?
It's a beat. I like it.
Yo, say ho!
Here you go. Ooh, hot.
No, my
Look
name,
at that Hulk Hogan.
Don't be lame.
does.
Tails, that's me, the rap Killer B. Tail beats resides inside my hide. Making beats and rhymes, and I'm making them live. It's what a Gen Cherokee needs to survive. Battle after battle up here in the beehive.
All right, that was the first little portion. There's more of it.
Well, what's wrong with that?
What's wrong with it, honestly? Because I've been over this a lot. I don't think Killer B is a good rapper, but I don't think he's a bad lyricist. I think it's his delivery. I think if Killer B had better delivery and a better choice of beat, that you could say that exact same shit and it would slap.
It's giving data, and I'm here to say.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. The beat was nice.
Oh, hold on. I have to turn down the extra microphone next to Micky or he's going to get phased. 1 second.
Oh, fucking, I'm getting phased.
Actually, Micky, no, your microphone just isn't on. Just use that. Push the orange one away and use the yellow.
Is this one on?
Okay. I'm getting phased.
All right, so here's the thing. All right, so it's all about delivery. Think of give me one of your favorite rap lines. You know. Come on, you like 50 Cent?
Pull up on his hood, YKK zipper.
That's an Andre 3000 line, isn't it? No.
Actually, I can't say.
Okay,
Why?
you can't say who it is.
Now I need to know, who is it?
I can't say.
Is he bad? Is he a horrible person?
No. I wanted because this is something I want to show you guys.
Oh, okay. Well then,
but it's the only line that's coming to mind right now.
Okay, give me 1 second.
What'd you ask?
Just a rap line.
A rap line.
Yeah. Here, I can't think of any Lil Wayne block his hot lyrics up top.
Lil John,
Lil Wayne, like
John,
really anything Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Oh, you did Black is Hot. Okay.
Yeah. Straight up off the block, gold nuts in my hands, trusting no man. Straight off the block, hot gun in my hand, I trust no man, right? That's kind of how he says it. But imagine if you were Killer B, because you would be like, straight off the block, hot, gold nuts in my hand.
Oh, okay, he's trying to, yeah, okay, I see what
you know. It's like,
but you know what though?
It's the delivery.
It's the delivery. he's got the goods. It's just he's failing on the delivery.
Well, see, it's not delivery. It's
DiGiorno.
No,
exactly.
Low key though. The first time I heard that song, it did not sound the way you just delivered it.
I guess I should.
The block is hot?
No. The first time I heard the Killer B song,
okay,
it did not sound the way you delivered it. That's what I'm trying to say.
Here, let's listen to.
Because the way you delivered it, I can see why it's awful, but I just did not have.
Let's listen one more time.
I think it's very avant-garde. You know?
It kind of is. Here, listen.
Okay, now I hear it. You ruined it for me. Yeah.
And I understand Killer B, you know, he's got the Wu-Tang name.
That was he was kind of spitting there.
That's what I'm saying. The lyrics are good. It's the delivery, bro.
It's like really, I don't know how to explain it. It's like,
all right, listen.
It's like too phony. I don't know.
This is what I need from everyone who's listening right now. I need you guys to go to either Discord or Instagram, find me, and send me the best Killer B cosplay you can find. I'm just gonna do Killer B over Wu-Tang beats, and I guarantee you it'll be like, oh damn, that's kind of cold. Like I'm obsessed with it. I want to like redo all of Killer B's raps because that's been my new latest obsession.
Honestly, dude, you should, man. That would be hilarious. You got to dress up as Killer B though.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. I'm stuck right now. I can't find any good Killer B cosplay, and I don't have the time to make it.
What? It got to be pretty simple, dude.
Well, I made the one thing the one time. I tried to do PV foam. It would be.
Ask Nubby. She can help you out.
You know what I need? I'm going to dedicate this to a Normies video, and it's going to be a whole. That way, I can find the chunk of times I need to actually mold some foam. Anyway,
Yep.
All right.
All
Not
right.
a market substitute. Support the OG content. What up, y'all? It's the Normies here.
It's the Normies.
We are a group of collective assholes, and we're getting ready to talk about our weekend catch-ups.
Yeah,
what
yeah.
did you boyos do over the weekend?
I was supposed to go cliff diving, but that didn't happen. Honestly, all I did was ran a lot of errands, did a lot of chores, and did a lot of meal prepping.
Damn, just imagine how much fun you would have had at cliff diving.
You know, I would have canned cliff diving, but all of a sudden dogs were not allowed.
Yeah, they made cliff diving safe. It's crazy.
Yeah. You know, why?
Yeah, I mean that. Yeah,
We'll talk about it in a second.
I don't know if I would want to keep track of a dog there.
Well, for me was I had no one else to take care of the doggy.
Yeah.
You know, and I we're going to be able to Lakewood. For you guys were there for like 8 hours, right?
8 hours? No, we were there for.
Oh, you could have maybe
4 hours, maybe.
You could have maybe left it with me.
4 hours?
Yeah. Yeah, super long. We got there at 10.
I could have sworn you guys left
12,
there like early in the morning, like 10.
10.
Right?
We got all right. So we left at 10. So let's just say 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, it was 7 hours.
Yeah,
You're right.
8 hours.
Yeah.
We came back late.
Yeah.
I forgot about the 2 hours it take, or the hour it takes to get there, and the hour it takes to get back.
So I always thought it was in Bloomington, but it's not in Bloomington.
No, there's cliff diving spots in Bloomington, but it's about the same distance. Okay. What about you, Mickey? What'd you get up to?
I attempted to shoot another YouTube video.
Nice.
But man, it's really tough shooting it alone because I get so much anxiety. So it was on Cocaine Sharks that we watched.
Yeah.
Cocaine Shark.
Pat came over and I had forgotten that Discovery merged with HBO, so all the Shark Week content was on there.
Can I stop you for a second real quick? First off, Shark Week is the best fucking week ever.
We all agree.
I agree. But like the shows are so dumb. I think what Shark Week is now is they just send like people out there to get just general shark footage
And then say whatever over it.
and then they bring it back and then they have like thousands of hours of shark footage and they make like dozens of shows out of it because it's always like ADR narrated like storylines. It's so bizarre. So the one we saw was about cocaine sharks.
Yeah.
And it was so fucking wild that I was like, I got to make a video on this. So I got about halfway through that, and
You know what I think is bullshit?
yeah,
I feel like sharks are getting. What about other animals?
Exactly.
Other animals are interesting too, right?
exactly. That's the point.
It feels like this was like a 5-year-old boy was like, they gave a 5-year-old boy in charge of like, they're like, hey, Timmy, what do you want us to make shows about? It? I think sharks are coolest to Shark Week. And it's been that for years. And it's like, but there's other animals, my guy.
But what animals are cooler than sharks, though?
Look, did you know that platypuses, their fur glows under black lights and no one knows why? I don't fucking know. Let's do a platypus week.
Man, it is crazy. Some animals out there have some crazy abilities that like we as humans would think it's like sci-fi alien shit, but it's like it's on our oceans right now.
Right? They're just out there.
But like bioluminescence is like a real thing.
An octopus
why
can shoot its arm off to go do its own thing
Why
to
can't
distract people, and
we-
it's like, I'm a thing, dude.
Why can't we have shit like that?
I mean,
Because we can stand upright and throw stuff.
Yeah.
We can also fly airplanes. So, I mean,
Other
we
than
have
that, I've been getting back into practicing piano a little bit more
Nice.
regularly. Yeah, I don't know, just kind of chilled out at home. I've been using my weekends to get like personal projects done.
Yeah.
So I've been not that I had a social life before, but I've been like kind of sacrificing some social things here and there.
Going back to the cocaine sharks, we forgot.
You want to explain?
Yeah. So essentially, cocaine sharks was about, you know how the Colombians or
It was about it was about like
drugs getting
drugs come in. So like
specifically in the Florida Keys.
yeah, so drugs come in, and you know how they fly over the planes and they just drop it in the oceans, and you're supposed to go pick it up. Well, and again, they drop in like a nice big square chunk, and sharks, you know, they get interested by it, take a bite of it, and then obviously get high.
Yeah, a little cocaine.
Get a little cocaine. So they want to do testing. Plus they're worried that these sharks in these areas are a little bit more erratic. They're showing unusual behavior. But to me, they look like regular ass sharks. They didn't do any unusual behaviors.
Yeah.
They're acting like regular ass fucking sharks.
There were two marine
I think it's all hype.
biologists. Yeah, there were two marine biologists, and they would go swimming with the sharks to see if they were acting weird. And again, they just cut to like normal sharks swimming normally, and the guy's narration is like, "Oh, look at that one! It seems normal, but there is something fishy here."
It's a fucking shark, bro. What do you know what a normal? Oh my god.
And these motherfuckers literally got small fishes high on
Cocaine to see how they act.
Yeah, how they acted.
No. It was, I mean, they didn't give him like actual.
Well, no, they did testing on the fishes before, not the sharks, but the little fishes.
Oh yeah. There are actual studies. There was one point they were like, very little study has been done in this area. It's like, yeah, we don't need to know. Like,
You say that, but I feel like if I was in high school and someone was like, "Hey, kid, I got a job for you. I need you to learn research and development. I need you to get into marine biology so we can all get the fucking fucking dolphins high on crack. I'd be like, well, you got me sold. That's it. I'm a marine biologist now.
Yup.
Like, if you told me, you know what I mean, that like this is gonna help us solve global warming, we can save the world, I'd be like, I don't know about that. We're gonna get shit high on drugs, and you're gonna write down what happens and film it. I'm there. You got me fully invested on like, seeing what's gonna fucking happen.
We don't need to spend any government funding on like that's a study. That's a study where like. I can figure what's going to happen.
They get erratic.
Yeah, we don't need to like. So there was
meth whales. Let's go.
One interview. There was one interview in the beginning of the episode where they're like setting up the mystery. It was like this like. He looked like the guy from Jaws in the back with the, he looked like that guy, and he's like, yeah, fishermen tell tales of packages washing up on shore all the time with chunks missing out of them. Got a lot of street value. Supposed to be raw and pure. I wouldn't know anything about that, though.
Yeah, right? Fucking Captain Cokie.
It was bizarre. It was bizarre.
So, my weekend, I've been trying to get back into the swing of things. I realized that while Marquetta was gone, I was living a completely different life.
How so?
Well, here's the thing. When you're not in a relationship, you don't have to take care of yourself. And you can just, like, I lost weight strictly because I wasn't eating and mostly just drinking. I was like, yeah, I lost a lot of weight. Marquez was like, you gonna eat dinner? I was like, yeah. She's like, you should probably eat dinner. I was like, nah, I don't want dinner. She's like, come on, eat dinner. I was like, okay, I'll eat dinner. But like, yeah, I was just like skipping meals and like doing yard work to stay busy. Like I was really, like I did lose weight and I felt like I had more energy, but I think I also lowered my life expectancy. Like,
because not eating?
Because I mean, I wasn't eating. I was just like at night I was like, oh, because I had a bunch of vodka left, and I was like, oh, I kind of want to work through this. So I was like making dirty martinis for myself and smoking hookah, and just being like, that's dinner. And anyway, I got into.
You don't need your wife to cook you dinner. You can just go to the restaurant and get some food.
Well, first off, sir, I cook my own dinner as well.
Okay, so why did you cook your own dinner?
What I'm saying is that like I was just neglecting myself. I was not taking care of myself. I would just be like, I'm just gonna have a drink.
You didn't feel hungry.
I mean, I did, but I was like, I'm gonna go for a bike ride and go hang out with friends. And then by the time I'm hanging out with friends and doing shit, you know, I'm like, well, now I'm drunk and I'm not really that hungry. Like, you know, you can ignore those things.
Yeah.
You know when you need to go to the doctor and you're like,
although I will say every time I've been drunk, I fucking just
eat, right?
Man.
Yeah, I eat.
Oh, I don't anymore.
For real?
Yeah. I don't get the drunchies anymore. You know, I really
getting drunk is the
that.
only time I can enjoy rallies.
Yeah.
Getting drunk, you have to eat before you go to sleep. Otherwise, you're going to have a hangover.
Look, I'm not saying that I need. I'm just saying that even if I had a roommate, if I have another person around me who's like, hey, maybe you don't do those things, I'm like, okay, that's a good point. But if it's me, I'm like fun fact, these dirty martinis I was making was just olive juice and fucking vodka. Like I don't have vermouth. I wasn't making a cocktail. And I was like, oh, that's gross. I should probably stop drinking this. I'll have one more. Like, that's it. Anyway, so while Marquette's back, I'm trying to like kind of figure my shit out, and we're getting back into the swing of things. And then I realized that I've started too many projects. I'm doing 2 songs with my buddy Vessel, and I kind of got to push those along a bit because I have a concert on the 19th that I am supposed to have 4 songs for, and I think I have 1, 2, 3.5. And so I've been trying to work on putting those together, but then I've like broken out some old gear and gotten distracted and being like, oh, that's right. They had updates for it. So now I'm like making different kind of music. And I'm like, you got to focus. So I'm working on these 4 songs for the show I have on the 19th, and that's coming up, and I'm going to get that done. And then what was the other thing? Oh, I got 2 photo shoots this weekend.
Well, why don't you take medication for your ADHD?
Oh, instead of doing that, I just plan and do things. It's never bad enough. I'm still able to execute the shit that I'm out for. You know what I mean?
Ain't no way.
Like that's I really.
You got HD. You ain't got it.
No, I think I got it low key, but I'm able to like.
I mean, there's levels.
Yeah, I'm able to. I feel it, but I'm also able to actively execute on it. But I also know that like worst case scenario for this show, if I don't have a song, all I need to do is come up with a hook and I'll freestyle the verses and everybody will fuck with it.
Yeah.
So like I know I can do that. And then
which that's wild too. You're like, I'll just fucking make it up on the spot.
Then people fuck with it.
And you have confidence in being able to do that. That's wild.
So I know that I can get away with that. So like it's on my chopping list of things to do. And then this photo shoot should be like my last couple of rounds of photo shoots. And once I'm done with those, I think I'm gonna have enough to put together a book that I've been kind of working on. But like, so what I'm saying is like I work on all these different things in chunks. And then after that, I just got to write 2 16-bar verses for Vessel. And that shit's going to slap, and I can do that. I know I can do that. And then after that, there's another rapper that I'm going to be working with who was a fan of the channel, but dude's really good. I'll have to get his social medias. I'll shout him out on the next podcast we do. But so I'm just working on music and photos, same shit as always. But I'm close to being done with a bunch of big projects, so I'm kind of right here at the end. And then the very last thing is that for all of the body quilt stuff that I've been doing, I've got all these photos and I'm ready to start making a quilt. I can't find anybody to print it for me. So I'm about to have to get online and search up different printers in different places in the U.S. because no one in town will print it for me.
It seems like you got a lot of projects and hobbies.
Yes.
Like, how do you schedule your days out? Like,
I'm awful
I like
at
you
scheduling.
do. Like, I don't know. Like, for me, if I had all those things, like, I like
things.
where, like, how do you start? How do you know how much time do you like? Where did you go to the next one? Like, I don't know how you do it.
I'm also obviously a bit of a chaotic force. I wake up and I'm like, okay, I'll like maybe plan like, okay, I want to do this, and I want to do that. And then like kind of leave room for if I get chances for extra stuff. And then I'll just go and try to do it. And if I don't get it done, I don't get it done and I don't sweat it. And then I'm like, oh, we're going for a bike ride or we're going to the gym or we're going to do something else. Like I just work on stuff. I'm like, I don't know.
So you never at your house?
No, I'm at my house often. That's where I do the stuff at usually.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. I've started too many things and they're all like halfway done.
Yeah. Oh, shout outs to Spidey in the chat. It's all good, Spidey. Now you can join and watch. Infiltrate it.
Hey.
No, man. I just if it were like, imagine that there's an elephant in my room and I eat a little small portion of it a day. And then by the time I'm fully done with that elephant, I've got like maybe just the 4 legs left. For whatever reason, I buy a new elephant, put it in that room, and then start eating that one while I nibble at those 4 legs. And then I'm always like, damn, I feel like I got too many projects going on. And then the answer is just stop starting projects. Nigga, what the fuck is wrong with you? Just finish one thing and then maybe exist for a while. But I've fucked my brain with productivity. And it's mainly because like if I have ADHD and I feel like if I'm sitting still, I'm thinking too much. And it's like all I have to do is work on projects. And
So
that way.
you don't like thinking?
I do like thinking. I like thinking on projects, not just sitting here. I'll think myself to death. I'll just...
See, that's why I
What about
stop
this?
doing.
What about that? What
I
about
need
this?
to keep
What about
myself
that? What about
busy.
this? What about that? That's all anxiety and shit. I'm just gonna
But
push you to the side.
It
to
seems
do a fun
like
thing.
it seems like you can keep moving, but like stay focused somewhat. Because like I wake up with the elephant in my room, and I also take small bites out of it, and then I take the elephant into the kitchen, and then I think, oh fuck, I forgot something upstairs, and then I leave the elephant downstairs and forget about it because now I'm distracted with something else in my room. And I've forgotten about the elephant. And by the time I get back to the elephant, it's like 9 p.m. And I'm like, oh, well, I've done nothing with my day.
That is me. That is me.
I see. I feel like you're further on the ADHD spectrum. I'm at least able to be like, I'm gonna mildly focus.
Yeah,
I'm gonna mildly focus, and if I don't know what to do, I'll get on my bike and I'll just ride around.
I need to start exploring other medication because with the Adderall right now, I have a sweet spot of like, okay, so I take my Adderall like, let's say 8 o'clock in the morning, and it's hitting me by like 8:45.
Yeah.
I have until like, I'd say like 1 p.m. And between like 9 and 11, I'm fucking, hand me anything. I will get it done. Like I'm in a stream that I like, I feel unfuckwithable in the morning. And then it just falls apart after that. It just,
man, I kind of feel like that's everyone. Like in the afternoon for me, I mean, you see us on the reactions. We got to like kind of hype ourselves up in the afternoon. I'm just a bit of a slug. It feels like
I'm not talking about energy. I'm talking about like
the just productive, like focus. It's hard for me to focus on task for like I could focus like and have good focus for like 40 minutes at a time.
Yeah.
That is like you could tell me to do something, I could do it and sit down for 40 minutes at a time and not think about anything else and just do it. But then in that 40 minutes, I got to get that's why you guys see me. Yeah. I go to the bathroom a lot, and sometimes I don't even have to go to the bathroom. I go get water. Sometimes I just have to get the fuck up. I
feel like that to some certain extent. It's kind of all of us, man. I feel that.
Yeah. I'll give you an example. I've been like trying to rearrange my house to be more like friendly to my level of organization. So like one thing in my room that I have a bad habit of is like at the end of the day, like when I'm like getting into my night clothes, I'll just like throw my clothes on the ground.
Yeah,
and they'll just be there. Right. I get that. But like so I put my hamper in like a very specific place, right? And then I put that there. But then the next morning I woke up and I was downstairs, and this is when I was recording my YouTube video, and I put you've seen that little nook with the glass wall? My beanbag was there, and then I put I got everything set up, and it was just too claustrophobic, and I was like, okay, fuck, I gotta get this beanbag out of here. So I moved that, and I was like, where can I put this beanbag? Oh, I have a TV upstairs in my room. I need a place to sit. Oh, but the hamper's right there. Well, let's see what it looks like. So then I carried the beanbag all the way upstairs, put it there, put the hamper up against the wall, and then I started playing video games, and then that was that day. But now there's a beanbag where my organization was, and now my organization is gone now because I moved the fucking hamper, and there's clothes all over the floor again. Basically, nothing got done.
I feel you because every week the clothes always end up on the ground, and it never stays in the fucking hamper, bro. It just
Mine is much more like, because I don't wear anything to bed. So I'll just take my shit off and set it next to the bed. But then in the morning when I go to get dressed, because my closet's upstairs, I'll take it with me to the closet, and then I'll get dressed at the closet, and then I'll take that and throw it down the stairs, and then I'll finish getting dressed. And when I'm just throwing it in front of me and then moving to it and slowly getting it to the laundry basket. Instead of just getting undressed downstairs and putting my shit in the laundry basket and going upstairs, I have to take my clothes on this journey to get to, I just have to I'm going to walk you through all the way down to the, so I don't know. For me, I know that if I can inconvenience myself, I'll just keep doing the thing that I need to do. And because I've taken so many photos of people that I have to literally make this quilt, otherwise I'm a fucking asshole, I have to do it. And I'm at a point where I have to finish it.
You inconvenience yourself to make yourself do that thing?
Yes.
That's totally, if I inconvenience myself, it doesn't exist.
That's it. That's the only way.
It doesn't exist.
I know that I will make that's the only, I have to lie to myself.
Yeah.
I have to I'm if I throw the clothes down at the bottom of the stairs, I know I can't step over them. I have to move them.
So when I meant I moved my hamper to where I take my clothes off at the end of the night, the exact spot. And it was a very odd spot. It's not where a hamper should be, but that's what I need, because if it's anywhere else, I'm not gonna do it.
I'm not gonna fucking
if it's out of my way, it doesn't exist to me. So that's what I mean by I've been trying to rearrange my house. And when my mom came over, she's like, "Why the fuck is this here?" But it's just fucking I need that there. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, nah, man. I do that. I also like to if I like to nest, especially in the winter. I'll just get a spot on the couch and just carve it out and be like, this is the one place I can leave messy. And then that way, this is the only messy spot. Everything else is fine.
That is one thing I've noticed about myself is it's only my personal areas that are heavily disorganized. But if I'm in a shared space, it'll still be disorganized, but I'll pay more attention because I don't want to be a burden on anyone else. You know what I mean? I don't want my bullshit to affect other people. So I'm usually pretty good about keeping a shared area somewhat clean. But my personal area, my bedroom.
All right, we got your roommate here on the line. Roommate's calling in. Obed, what do you say about that?
So I will say this though, I'm a messy person, but my messiness has organization to it that other people don't understand.
Yeah,
no,
dude, shit on the ground.
See, that's the sign of being an artist, Pat. You might be an artist.
In my mess, I know where everything is.
There's a method to the madness.
When you organize it, I don't know where shit is.
I get you. And you know what ADHD people usually do when they organize? They just stack things.
Yeah. That's all I do.
Because it's
I don't need to organize.
I wish I could send you a picture of my studio right now because it's just stacked. It's just stacks of shit. Well, I have my camera set up for when I record my YouTube videos about film photography. I have my camera set up to avoid the stacks. But yeah, it's just stacks of shit, bro.
It feels like you've somewhat, I don't know what you did. Maybe you may or may not be conscious of it, but it seems like you, the way you're talking, you have ADHD for sure. But you found a way to still
be productive. Without medication.
That's you might have a bunch of projects open at a time, but you're moving from project to project to project. Whereas I have a bunch of projects open, I'm starting a project, and then I'm eating Jolly Ranchers for 3 hours.
Yes.
But I will say this. I'm ass at video games now, which is upsetting. Yeah. I love Tears of the Kingdom, and I haven't let myself finish it. I loved Metroid Prime, and I didn't let myself finish it. I'm ignoring a lot of those other things. And this isn't me saying you got to ignore video games because I fuck with video games heavy. They make me happy in a way that's hard to explain. But I'm pushing that off. Even our TV watching time, last night, we'll come home, we'll watch DeFranco, and then we'll go do something. I might watch maybe a video or two, and then we'll go do something. And then when we get home at night, Like we watched 2 episodes of Trigun last night, and that was it. And it was like bedtime. Like I don't watch nearly as much TV as I want to. I watched we did the movie yesterday, but we went out. I was like we made sure we did like a mile-long walk before we did that, and we did kayaking and lunch. So we're trying to stay busy.
I need to have mindful days where I stay the fuck off the phone, dude. That's been a horrible addiction for me.
Yo, yeah, same.
As
soon as Marquetta was like, she was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Will you pause Trigun?" I paused it and like grabbed my phone and was like, "She's like, I don't need to be on this thing. I love and hate this thing so much.
It's awful.
I do.
So
I agree
fucking
with that.
much.
And it's hard to stay mindful about it. You ever close the app and then been like, let's see what's happening on another app.
And you open the same app.
Yes. Yes. Ah!
Like how? How did I get back here?
It's like you know it's addictive. It's not addictive in a way that is worse enough to ruin you, but it's addictive in a way that it's like when you don't have your phone, you're actually annoyed. You're actually annoyed where you're like, I don't have my phone, and I'm kind of pissed off. And what's wrong with you?
Yeah, it happened to me just the other day when I took Chester to the dog park, and I forgot my phone because I usually I don't know,
mindlessly scroll on it.
Yeah, while he's doing his thing, and I didn't have it. And I'm like, because I have to fucking be present with my dog now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Bro, I
had the thought. I was like, "What's bad about that? What the
fuck?" When knock on wood, I hope to be doing the whole influencing thing for a long while. Eventually, I want to get to a point where I don't need a smartphone for it, where I can just be like, I do all of my influencing on my laptop, and my smartphone is now a flip phone. Like, I already have cameras that I carry, so I don't need an extra fucking camera. I just feel like I got a phone for people to call and text me, and it does nothing else but those things.
But how about directions?
I don't need directions because I know where the fuck I'm going, nigga. Okay. No, for I'll get a smartphone that only thing it does is it's got a map on it.
Well,
I want to strip down I just want a brick.
There is an ad for an app that I always get a ad for, but it feels fishy, and I don't want it. It's called Minimalist Phone. It basically, it's not...
It just bricks half your phone for you?
No, it doesn't... It's not like an OS or... I don't know what it is. But it basically gets rid of all of your icons. It completely changes, like, your user interface. And it's extremely minimalistic. Like, there's no graphics, nothing.
It's like what the app's called.
It's almost... It basically turns it into, like, a flip phone. Like,
okay.
There's no distractions. There's nothing. It's just menus and buttons. It's very, like, bland. It's just very, very bland. So I've been curious about it, but I don't know. It just I don't know.
Yeah,
it feels fishy.
You better off is getting the goddamn jitterbug. Did it make these phones for old people?
Yeah, no, we fuck with jitterbugs, bro. With the big buttons.
Honestly, dude, apps used to be like the big thing. I remember like I used to fuck around on that like koi pond thing. I used to play like games. I don't do anything on my phone anymore besides text and YouTube.
Scroll.
YouTube.
I scroll so much.
Instagram, YouTube, texting. That's all I do on my phone. And I honestly, dude, I damn near want to go back to a flip phone. Just to like.
I had a buddy who shout out to the homie T Grizz. He would jump to flip phones. He'd do flip phones for like a month or two. He worked at a phone shop too, so he'd be like, I'm just gonna do flip phones for a while. And just being like, he's like, because he'd be on Twitter all the time. He's like, man, fuck that. I'm on a flip phone. And then like, I mean, he would be more productive, but I mean, you gotta figure out your fucking triggers.
Yeah, I need to. That's a huge productivity killer too.
Speaking of, we're supposed to mention this at the beginning. SAG-AFTRA. We are indeed going to be doing some donations towards that. The strike is going on. It's ongoing. It is important. I don't know if you guys know this, but I can provide you with a video link to it. Labor movements and strikes literally benefit us all. All of us, even if you're not in a labor union. That's why we have fucking 5-day work week and 40-hour work week.
That's why we got labor laws.
Yeah. So that's all. So I know that this seems like it's far-fetched and far away, but keep in mind, most of the people on screen aren't the Tom Cruises or the Tom Hanks or the Tom Hardys or the Tom Hollands. They are the other people too. The actors, they all make money. It's literally the majority of actors aren't big name actors, and so it's important that they get their fair share and that these things are cool, because guess what? If they can do it to them, they'll do it to you. Doesn't matter. You all work a job. That's all. Cool. That's been mentioned. Now, Taco Bell is being sued.
What?
For not having enough meat.
Huh?
Have you seen the picture? This dude holds up a picture of his Crunch Wrap.
Is this real?
Yeah, this is real.
Hey, honestly, they do be skimping, dude.
Like a class action shoot?
Boy,
no, it's one dude, I think.
They do be skimping.
They do skip, but
they do be skimping.
But do you want more grade F meat?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm there to get the horse meat, bro. I'm here for it.
I've heard that Taco Bell has one of the more higher quality ingredients.
I don't know about that.
I saw.
All right, no. So
I saw
like,
an article that I did not read, and I based my opinion purely off the title of it.
so like, what it is like you're getting crunch wraps like this. Like, look at this. Look at this crunch wrap.
Yeah,
bro.
dude,
Look at these crunch wrap, and then look at the picture of the crunch wraps, bro.
Lettuce, dude.
I will say this.
Bro.
I will say this.
Yeah,
I don't
bro.
know why Taco Bell be giving up meat when their meat is cheaper than any other person's meat out there. And it's great F. Just put some more meat in that shit.
Because they're saving money, bro.
How do you know that?
It's great F meat.
How do you know that?
I will tell you how I know that because people tell me it's great F meat.
Okay.
Hey, now let's Google. Let's
Google
great.
it.
And then on top of that, I would speak from personal experience. When I have meat at other fast food restaurants, when I have meat there, their meat fucks me up more.
All right, this is from.
Their meat fucks you up more.
No, I mean,
No,
Taco Bell.
fast food
Well,
meats
that could also be because of like beans make you shit and fart. Like
I don't eat beans.
Oh,
You should though.
well,
Clean
it's
your
also
ass
like
out.
the spices and shit. Like it's dude. I'm sorry, Taco Bell meat is fucking fire, dude.
It tastes good, but it's not good quality.
I think you're wrong. I think I've heard like their shit is actually higher quality than a lot of other fast food
change
restaurants.
recipe contains 88 beef. Look, I can't find a quick answer. I'm leaning more Pat here. Hold on, what is the grade? All right, look. All right, this is from. Okay, that's from TacoBell.com. Can we try? Hold on, no, we have to read it. We're fair and balanced.
What does it say?
Hold on, we're fair and
You guys
balanced.
suck at using Google, by the way. It's there's nothing more frustrating than like
Watching other people Google?
watching other people use the search engine.
Taco Bell says on TacoBell.com we use 100% USDA premium beef.
I'm gonna Google this because I can't trust Chris.
There is no such thing as grade D meat. This is from AnnArbor.com. That's a weird one. What's the lowest grade of edible meat? Look, man, Taco Bell gives me the doo-doo poops, but that's just because it's Taco Bell, man. That's what I'm going there for.
Compared to other fast food.
Who got the best meat? I'll tell you who got the best meat is me. You can ask your mom.
I'm reading. Like, you guys believe Mashed Up, right? Mashed.
Sure, I don't care. Yes.
The truth about Taco Bell seasoned beef. Okay.
Okay.
Here it is.
How much of it is Jim Mats?
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hold on, Mickey.
Mickey got it.
This is from tasteofhome.com.
Okay.
Can we trust that?
Sure.
Okay, this is from October 5th, 2022.
Okay.
Okay. The title of the article:
Oh my God.
Taco Bell is officially one of the healthiest fast food chains.
My God.
Because of the ingredients, not because of the meat.
Hold on, time out. Does that just mean that everywhere else is that bad? Because I kind of would put Taco Bell at the bottom, so I'm concerned.
Leading the way as one of the healthiest food restaurants is, drum roll please, Taco Bell.
Damn.
Hang on, let me peruse through this and see. Over the past several years, Taco Bell has positioned themselves as one of the best.
Well, hold on. While you're perusing through that, I'll say this.
Yeah, honestly, you can't really trust this shit.
So I'm gonna trust this.
It feels like Taco Bell put it out, right?
But anybody can like buy an article from anybody now.
So
it's
here it is. The other story that Taco Bell is serving a grade D beef is super low end cut beef as no one else uses is clearly not true.
Oh, so damn, Taco Bell is actually doing good.
I told you guys.
In 2012, the rumors got so bad, Alabama firm decided to take legal actions to get the team to change advertising their label products. The firm was insisting that products called taco meat filling instead of seasoned beef.
But they
because it only
be
contains
skimping.
36% of actual beef.
They do be skimping.
So only
30.
36%.
All right, so 30, all right, that's fine.
They might mean like the byproduct too, like in like.
They might have filler.
That's bad quality meat.
Like intestines and shit.
That's bad quality meat.
Yeah, but it's fucking delicious though, you know?
Kung Fu Night says Taco Bell might be possum meat. And you know what? I'd still eat it.
Yeah,
Look, we're about to be in the apocalypse here. You guys better get your mouths ready for some taco.
But, just going back to seriousness, I'm surprised this man literally took the time to sue Taco Bell just over meat, bro. Because he's definitely going to lose that lawsuit. I was hoping it's going to be a civil action.
No, it would be, he would be able to win it because it's going to be false advertisement.
I mean, that takes...
But you got to prove that.
Yeah, you got to prove that.
Okay. I think he's going
to
to prove
that
it.
to a big corporation that was owned by Yum?
I think he's got money.
One picture
is why
of
he's
one
able to
Supreme
fight
taco isn't going to cut it. It's got to be like they have to prove it's like every...
Yeah. I'm assuming homie's going to put in the work on it. I'm not saying that like he's just like there's a frivolous lawsuit.
But that's
it's one
still
of those.
just one Taco Bell. They'll argue the average of all Taco Bells worldwide. You know, like that. He ain't going to win that. Ain't no way.
But I can understand it because they
I do agree, but they be skipping. They be skipping.
They do be skimping. This is why I order soft shell tacos with no lettuce, no tomato. Don't even give them a chance to fluff up your taco.
If it's not a hard shell Doritos Locos taco, why are we even going?
Okay, Doritos Locos tacos, I agree, but otherwise hard shell is.
Hey,
right.
you know what else? One more thing.
Oh, corn tortilla over flour all the time, right?
Absolutely not.
Pussies.
No.
There's two.
Corn tortillas are dry.
Corn tortillas are way better, bro. No. Man, this man don't know about that to the city at all, man.
You go to Paco's Tacos and you get that shit in a flour tortilla, dude. And then you know what? Okay, look. The tortilla is just the vessel for the flavor inside. Okay, the tortilla itself should not really add
then I have a question for you.
Like the corn tortilla, it's too up its own ass. You know, it takes up too much of the camera time.
Micky,
too much stage time. Okay? I want the meat and the juices.
Micky, let's say I'm making you a deli sandwich. Okay, I'm making you it with the freshest ingredients, and I say, Micky, do you want this freshly fucking toasted bread here from Amelia's, or do you want white Wonder Bread? Which one are you picking?
Wait. I'm sorry.
I'm making you a sandwich. And the bread is either going to be white Wonder Bread from fucking Wonder Bread bags or Amelia's homemade bread.
That's not the same thing.
How is it not?
It's not the same thing.
How is it not? The bread is the vessel.
I'll take Amelia's, but Wonder Bread slaps. Okay, I make butter.
See, that's the most American shit you ever said.
I make butter toast on Sunbeam every morning.
This shit's mostly sugar, bro. After I got real bread, I can't go back to Wonder Bread.
Actually, I do buy sourdough. That's
sourdough's the best bread. I will say another place that skips meat. If the man wants to join another lawsuit or get in on a lawsuit, he needs to sue Chipotle and sue Sweet Greens. They be skipping on the goddamn meat too.
But Sweet Greens doesn't skimp on the meat.
Yes, they do.
But they don't promise on a certain amount of meat, do they?
Look, when you get in a fucking bowl, I expect some like the chicken to be the main thing.
No, silly.
What do you mean no silly? It's called a chicken bowl.
Yeah, but it's a lettuce bowl. It's mostly a salad. If you get a salad, the main thing is
besides the salad. But like I'm talking about, like give me a chicken, but then I get a lot more rice than chicken. I get a lot more carrots than chicken.
Yeah.
I get a lot more.
You want me to show you the food? The food pyramid. The food pyramid's bullshit, by the way. But still, like if you look at it, the majority of your portion wouldn't be meat. It would be the other stuff, so then meat would be a smaller portion.
So the America,
yeah,
they get in beds with the big corporations, and they fucked up the food pyramid.
No, the food pyramid's bullshit.
It's bullshit. You don't need that much carbs. They make us eat carbs to keep us get diabetes and lazy and shit and get tired. You need to eat more protein than carbs.
Well, okay. Well, first off, if you look at the rest of the world and how they eat. No, man, it's way different. Also, eating more protein, unfortunately, big old bummer, adds to the old global warming. So you should probably.
I don't know about that.
I mean, it actually does. Look at this. Look at this portion here.
Yeah.
Look at this. Most of that vegetables.
So no, vegetables are good.
Meat. Look at this. You got grain.
You don't
meat.
eat vegetables.
Grain meat.
I know,
most
but
of it.
I eat the green stuff.
Okay, sure. Anyway, you see this? Huh?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good portion, right? What else we got
honestly,
around the world?
I would argue that was a big ass fucking portion. I would take like half that.
Oh, I think it's talking about like ratios.
Oh, okay.
But in general, you do need at least. See, that's a quarter.
This is why
a quarter. It should be at least like 4 to 6 ounces of protein.
This is why I really love HelloFresh.
Yeah,
it's just a good.
Hey, we're about to get sponsored by Factor. Don't be out here talking about the competition.
It's the same company.
Oh, bet.
Factor is owned by HelloFresh.
All right, so we got 2 more things to mention before we actually talk about this movie. One, there was an indictment last week that is historic and important, and if you know what it is, you do, and if you don't, then fucking go Google who got indicted, or just take a wild fucking guess.
Is it Trump?
There we go.
I thought he already got it.
Yeah.
He got indicted again.
What?
For what?
Oh,
for January 6th this time.
Oh, hell yeah. Nice. Fuck yeah, dude.
So,
nice.
yeah, indeed.
Nice.
Also, yeah, there was a whole thing with Lizzo. That shit's kind of all out there. We just want to say, don't let anybody bully you into doing sexual stuff. We don't know if it's true or not yet. We're still finding out. I'm just going to say, if someone puts a banana in their fucking vagina and then they ask, someone else tells you that you need to eat the banana, you can tell that person to fuck off. I know it's hard. I know it's difficult. I know it might be about your job, but please.
Her apology message was so strange. It's like, just because I'm open, you guys have a problem with it. It's like, okay, well, there's still like etiquette.
I mean,
of
she
just
never
being in society. Like, you can't just fucking You know, like,
she never said if she did or didn't do that. We were talking about it this morning. I think it's going to be a whole thing. I think it's about to be like a whole drawn out ass thing.
I think it's really, if it turns out to be true, then that's really awful and really extremely hypocritical.
That's the only thing is I don't know. I really don't know much about Lizzo, so I can't really talk about her music or anything like that. But my brother and Ucky are huge fans. They go to the concert and they like her because she brings more positivity than other people do.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I'm sorry.
Yeah, just like she brings the more positivity, self-awareness, self-love than other people do. She's the good. She's one of the good art. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? She brings more positivity than negativity. And for her to do something like this is,
or even to allow it to happen on her watch is also bad too.
It's like hypocritical. It's like, are you really what you're preaching? Like,
I mean, Ellen DeGeneres got in on this exact same shit. I do think that there's this Venn diagram of like, sure, you can, like, let's say we're speculating here. Let's say she started out like that, but as her business grew, it became more about the business, and maybe she focused less on those other things and just about keeping that image. I mean, it's fair and understandable, but it's still shitty. Same thing with Ellen DeGeneres. I don't know if Ellen was always a piece of shit, but like after a while, people started talking about how she was behaving and running things on her set, and it could just be that she became more focused on the business than actually being the person that she sought out to be. All bad.
Yeah.
Do better. All right. Truman Show.
Also, do your own research. You know, we're just
we're bringing light to it because it's something we need to talk about. The old Truman Show. Let me tell you, first off,
I think one of the best movies ever made.
Who watched the Truman Show in the chat? If you watched the Truman Show in the chat, please speak up because we're about to have a discussion about this movie. I would definitely appreciate that. So yeah, bro, Truman Show. I was in. It was making my stomach hurt last night.
Have you guys seen it before?
I've seen it before.
Have you seen it before?
I remember the very first time I watched it, it was kind of like pie in the sky. I was like, oh my God, this movie's so ahead of time and so good. And now I watch it, I'm like, this movie is sick. Like, it's kind of an unintentional horror movie.
It is. It's very... And I can't believe we got, you're gonna have to fucking kill me.
Yeah, let's go.
I was like, no fucking way, dude.
One of my favorite.
And the actress, the mom.
Yeah, Laura Linney.
She's in there. So.
Hold on. So, after I watched the movie, I was sitting there, because it's been like maybe this is my 5th time seeing it. Nostalgia Critic, yes, I still watch Nostalgia Critic from sometimes. I also still watch Mad Pat. I don't know what's wrong with me, whatever. Nostalgia Critic happened literally like 24 hours ago, put out a Truman Show review, and I was like, oh shit, well I gotta watch this review. And he brought up some good things about it that I didn't notice, like in the scene where she's making breakfast for him, there's a fat bottle of vitamin D because they don't get actual sunlight, so they all have to take vitamin D all the fucking time.
Nice.
There's a moment I noticed at the end when when the cops are dropping them off after they take them back home. Both of the cops are like looking in the house because they're like far away extras probably, and they're like, they've never seen the set before, and they're like, yeah, like you can, if you go back and watch, there's all these like little things of people doing like weird actory stuff that's really fucking funny. It's a lot of those small things are super subtle. And it's kind of hilarious, the amount of detail they put in. Also, the thing of an actor, Laura Linney, acting, a good actor acting bad on purpose. When he's like, where are you going? And she's like, well, this thing just like fell at work. And you could tell like she's trying to improv and make it up. Or even like the mom kind of has one of those like Shakespearean actresses kind of vibe. She's just like, oh, it'd just be so nice if I had kids before I got. And it's like, you can just tell, like when an actor can tell you that they're acting, shit's good.
I wonder if they set that scene up as like she thought the dialogue was going to be one way, but the director was no matter what happens, stay in character. But he told Jim Carrey, like, throw her off. Yeah. I think those are sometimes the best scenes. Like, it's hard to get, like, a genuine thing unless you really trust the actor to, like, pick up on the shtick and be able to follow it. But usually they have to be like, no matter what happens, stay in character. I think it's one of the best movies ever made. I saw it before, too, and I think it was the same thing. Like, I knew what it was about, but it does hit different as, like, an adult. And, it is. It's crazy. Jim Carrey has like 2 modes: gut-wrenchingly funny or violently existential.
Is that just the thing with comedians?
I think so. Because another good one for Pat, we should watch Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. That's a good one too. Because that has a really good moral dilemma that I'd be interested to see Pat's thoughts on.
Pat, you weren't into the idea of watching this. What did you think about it?
I remember. Look, I'm a huge huge Jim Carrey fan. I liked him in Max, Ace Ventura's, Cable Guy, all those goofy,
You like the comedy. You like the comedy.
slap in your face, like in your face type of comedy. So that's my Jim Carrey. And that's who I fell in love with. So when I watched this movie, I didn't get that Jim Carrey. And then as soon as like the first,
He gives you a little bit of it.
but over the top.
Yeah.
Like you would always like he didn't give you that much in the movie. And like I remember watching that first time around just because I was expecting that Jim Carrey. It drew me off. It wasn't as funny because for me to be my ADHD, like for me to focus, it has to be funny. And if it wasn't funny, I'm not paying attention. I'm thinking about other shit. So I didn't like it when I was young. I hated that movie. I thought it was like stupid. I didn't like Jim Carrey in that role. I thought it was probably like one of his worst movies ever. I didn't even understand that movie because I didn't want to give a chance to understand that movie. But now I was like, okay. This ain't bad. Like this is. I wish I took the time to actually watch the movie when I was younger, than just like just wrote it off. But this was actually really good.
I don't know if you would have got it.
But it's like I don't
because we watched it younger too. And I don't think it was the same experience.
Yeah, I don't think. I think you might be right. It's like it is. I wish I knew what the movie was about when I was younger. When they were talking about some reality TV show, maybe that would have hooked me. But now, when I knew it's about a reality TV show,
It came out in 1998.
Yeah, it's ahead of its fucking time. The technology.
Also, the reactors. Did you not notice everyone? The fucking Truman Show bar is just Burlington Bar, right?
Yeah. Hey, also 1998 Truman Show, 1999 The Matrix. Dude, I feel
people would have shit their fucking brains up back then, right?
At the turn of the century, I feel like we were at this moment of like an intellectual breakthrough, and then this shit got invented, and then
we built the Matrix,
and then it was just a 90-degree drop.
Like literally, someone saw the Matrix and was like, "That's a pretty good idea."
Like think about like the movies that were coming out then, like fucking AI, Bicentennial Man. Like there were these like the movies at the turn of the century were very, very existential, and I feel like if this shit hadn't happened, if we went the other fucking way. Well, I feel like we were on something, man. Right. Like space exploration was big, dinosaurs were cool.
Listen, Micky, like, I hate to do this to you, but like, I have to. I think if you read Seven Eves, I will do a book club with you. I don't care. You are all the topics you were talking about. Seven Eves, but also like it was because of the fear of technology. The internet wasn't exactly what it is now. Y2K was up on us. Like everyone was worried about these things. And then after we get past that, we do get the internet, and it does change things, and it did have a chance to be better. And for better or for worse, we have what we have now, and it's all this information, and like we're dealing with it now. But I do think now we are kind of into this new renaissance of movies getting made that are like, but keep in mind, they're not the blockbusters. But also, was Truman Show a fucking blockbuster? You know what I mean? I don't think so. I think it was just like a movie.
It has so many actors I recognize.
I remember it being in like the fucking.
Oh no, my bad. It was a summer release date. I thought I just read a second ago that it wasn't.
What's his name is in it?
Ed Helms. You mean the Man in Black?
The Man in Black.
Just the Man in Black. But so yeah, all right. So talking about the movie, I think. Oh, here's the one thing else. The other meta contextual thing before we get into it. There's a delusion that people have called the Truman Show delusion, where they believe they're on TV.
Yeah, as I was watching it, I did feel like if somebody like deals with like schizophrenia or like mania, like I feel like
it's the worst movie for them.
Yeah, the film could like trigger it heavily.
Oh, same with The Matrix too, man. Like, and I mean,
Matrix, yeah, but
those are two of those.
This one would trigger it more because it's like nothing out of the ordinary happens aside from like finding out they're on the side of a giant dome. But other than that, all the paranoia is like. Pretty real life, so like...
I know you think people are out to get you. But it's only because they are. It was like, fuck, what? So yeah, that's an actual delusion. So I will say, if anyone is triggered by those kind of things, be careful going into this one.
Which we probably should have said.
Yeah, sorry. Should have said that time. Well, maybe someone hasn't watched it and they're interested. But it is a good movie, and the small nuances are great. The product placement's great.
Yeah, dude. It's like,
I love that part where like...
real beer.
Yeah, right? And he just turns towards camera damn near. Or like when Laura Linney's character, when she's like, after this whole entire manic event, she's just like, what did she say? She's like, well, maybe you should try some of this cocaine. dog? And he's like,
And
who
then
the hell are you talking to?
And then she's having like a breakdown because she's like trying to like pivot the situation. Do you think his friend, what was his name?
Martin, I think, or something like that.
Martin, when the father comes back in, he's like, look, I found him.
Yeah.
But you know how he was saying, I'd have to be in on it too. And how could that be? He was saying that, but I feel like his body language, I feel like he was kind of maybe trying to give him a clue.
You think so?
Like he was saying what he was supposed to say because it's his job, but I feel like he did feel bad about it.
They did grow up together.
Yeah, he felt bad about it, and I felt like he was maybe trying to like, I don't know. There was some subtext there.
Nostalgia Critic has
really well acted.
Nostalgia Critic has a good point, and he brought up that right after that, Truman is hugging his dad and he's crying. And Nostalgia Critic was like, he said the first time he watched it, he took it as like, oh, Truman's such a nice guy, like he actually believes this shit. But he was like, upon further rewatch, he's like, after the best friends, like if I was in on it, everyone have to be in on it. And then he's like, but I remember where all this started. I found your dad for you. He's like, your best friend finds your fucking dad. And so he was like, this is wild because I usually don't give Nostalgia Critic credit for anything, but he was just like, it's like bad TV writing, right? Like it's like a soap opera, and that's how Truman's like, he's over there crying and hugging his dad because he's like, none of this shit's real. Like he's figured it out. He's just like, there's no fucking way in hell, right? And then on top of that too, like, Nostalgia Critic once again. It feels so weird to keep saying, but he was like, the first time he watched it, he was amazed that these actors kept making so many mistakes and all that shit. But then he was like, well, also you got to think that Truman's been on a routine for 30 fucking years, and like he's never gone into that building in 30 years. He's never gone into that building. Those people got lazy, right? Mm-hmm. Like when he was able to open the elevator and then he could see the scenes back there, like why wasn't that put there? Because the motherfuckers never went in there for 30 years. Yeah. Like you know how if you do your job long enough and nothing ever changes, you get kind of lazy at it, right? And it's just like,
and it's true. You live in your city, and there's places you drive by all the time where you wonder, like, I wonder what they're doing there. You never step foot in there. You've never gone there, never seen it.
And it's like, so it's like while his environment was shaping him, he was also shaping his environment. It's like being like one of those rail shooters where you're on the rails, and then finally dude breaks off the rails, and you're like, oh, I didn't know that was even an option. And then it's kind of wild like that. So I do think it's a really fucking good movie, man, and it's also like.
So what's the message? What's the?
Oh, so none of us are Truman. We're all the people watching.
What's the metaphor?
The metaphor is like, would you watch this? Would you watch the Truman Show if it was real? This
is what I got from this, and it may not be what you guys are looking for.
Okay, yeah. What do you got?
So what I got from this thing was I'm surprised that America let a corporation do what the corporation did.
Oof, you surprised by that part?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Because this has to do with humans, and it was like a baby. They just literally took the baby off the hospital and just put him on air. Mm-hmm. But the biggest thing I was watching, because like you know the reactors you were talking about, all the people watching it. I'm like, all these people are watching it. Like, if they probably watched it since he was first, like when he was born and everything, so they grew up with him. So that means then this movie is about showing that how America or people who consume entertainment do not have a life, and they get consumed by other people.
Yeah.
Meaning that like they schedule the days around this person's TV show, even if it's 24 hours.
Jeopardy comes on every day at 7.
Yeah, so they schedule like so. For me, is like maybe this movie was created to us to teach us, hey, maybe we need to get off the fucking entertainment and not get distracted so much.
I think so.
And actually live and not care about what other people are doing.
That's where I was gonna go. Definitely, I think like a lot of us are consumed because like the advertising, even though like it was a show, like that's what real life is. You know, a lot of conversations with friends is like, oh, nice shirt, where'd you get that? And then you're like, oh, I got it from here, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna go there. So it's like there's a lot of word. It's like the beauty of the movie is that it is a show, but that is what real life is. It becomes procedural, it becomes very like same thing in and in out. But to your point, I think people are consumed by like other people's lives. Like again, a lot of conversations are like gossip, you know.
Yeah,
like,
but
you're talking about other shit. But I also think the point of the movie is to kind of show you that, hey, we are all living a procedural life. This guy wanted to go to Fiji for like 10 fucking years. Just go do it.
And what did Christoph say? He was like, if he really wanted to, he'd fucking do it.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't stop him.
Just do it. So like, I think that's what the movie's also trying to say is like, if you feel like I think everybody's gotten to that mental point where you're like, I feel like a fucking hamster. I feel like I'm on a treadmill.
You get in a rut. You get stuck in a rut and you want to break out.
Yeah, and everybody gets into that Truman Show feeling, and I think what the movie's trying to say is like, if you want to break out of your routine, be spontaneous, go do it. Like I feel like sometimes people need to give themselves permission, or maybe they're subconsciously looking for permission from the outside.
I think that's what it is.
To be like, oh, I want to go on vacation.
Oh, you should do that.
Okay,
no, just go, man.
Okay, so then do it. What stops me from because I'm always talking about like, oh, I want to go do this, I want to do that. Okay, plan it, go do it.
Well, the plan is that what stops me because I can't plan. But.
Right.
But you can learn that. Anyone can learn any skill for the most part.
But I think society, and it's like, because what are the immediate thoughts you have? It's like, oh, when am I going to plan for it? I got a job. I got to go to work. I got to pay bills. I got to watch the dog.
Yep.
It's like life stops you, but it shouldn't. Like you can adapt. If you really want to go do something, you can make the time and find a way to do it.
So, two things. Gossip is a thing that humans do. I think because we're social animals, and it takes, so every single thing you have in your life really depends on social ability, right? Like being socially awkward can essentially be not a death sentence, but it could be it could be really bad. We don't talk about it like it's really bad, but it could be. And so we talk about other people to get a feel of like how things are supposed to work, or like what's going on. Like staying informed with what's going on with your group or any other group is literally important information for you. Gossiping can turn into kind of a shittier thing, but like you kind of need to know what's going on. You need to be in the loop. Like that's helpful for you. Especially, let's not talk about our workplace, but if you work in another workplace, you need to know what's going on, right? Mm-hmm. So we do need to talk. Oh, I heard old girl from finance and yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. Cool. Now I have that information. I might be able to use that information to make my life slightly better, or even to be on some altruistic shit, help her out because I have the things that could help her out with whatever it is that she needs or whatever, right? So like I get that. And watching Truman Show is all of that like concealed down. My other thing is I'm going to pitch you a show, okay? There are 10,000 fucking 100,000 migrants right now at the American border, and they all want to become Americans. Let's decide who's going to win by who wants to be an American. A show that is going to make money, and it's going to sponsor whoever wins this show in order to become a full-fledged American. And we're going to see them on their long journey from wherever they came from in South America, the third world, all the way to our borders. And the one of them who can assimilate the best will become an American. That show can be made. I'm not putting. A corporation would do this shit.
I could see that.
Like
I could see that absolutely being a thing.
Yes, deference. Like all of these things.
That would be fucked up.
It would be, but you're like, when you're like, I can't believe the government will let the corporation buy a kid. Yeah. 100%. Those were pregnancies that were all about to become orphans. Even they might have ended up in an orphanage. They might have became the system's problem. The system was like, yeah, you want to buy this kid and fucking raise him? I don't give a fuck. Oh, and we're going to get money off of this? You want to talk about rules and regulations that we need? Fuck that. Throw that shit out the window. Christoph, you are God. Mm-hmm. Do your thing, bro.
I didn't like Christoph at all.
Yeah, no, he's the villain.
There's also some commentary about like the way it ends, like how everyone is so elated that he like made it out. And it's like everybody wanted the best for him, but nobody did anything
for him.
They were complicit in watching the chaos go down, and that's us. I mean, there's a lot of chaos around the world.
Yeah. Well, here's also the question.
But like,
what could they have done? Even old girl, the girl that he was in love with,
what can
she was like calling in, and we can assume there's let's just assume that there's Truman Show protests, right? But like literally, the only way to get the Truman Show off the air would have to be to find some politician who's about TV regulation, who has enough power to fucking be able to regulate the TV corporation properly enough so that they take the Truman Show off air. And I feel like that's a borderline pipe dream, because the Truman Show, they said how much money it was making. They built this giant dome. Where else is what? All right, so Truman Show ends. One of the best endings ever. Mm-hmm. I love that. Mm-hmm. I love the surrealness. I love the stairs. I love that he's touching the fucking sky. I love all that.
And then also all right, let's see what else is on.
Yeah, that all that perfect. Here's a question: how does Truman live his life after this? He's the most famous person in the world. He's about to sue the fuck out of this company. He's gonna be rich. All right. What is he gonna do for work? Insurance sales? No, like his life is still going to be the Truman Show. He's still gonna be the most interesting person ever. He would have to buy a compound in the middle of Nova Scotia to be alone.
No, I'd go find that girl and go to Fiji.
Well, that too.
But then you think Fiji wouldn't be the most popular tourist destination, knowing that the most famous man on the world, that we all seen him grow up? You know how parasocial relationships work? I've seen Truman grow up from the day this motherfucker was conceived until now. I've known him for 30 years. Yep. I know shit about Truman. Truman don't know about Truman. Like, his life is fucked.
Yeah. I agree with that.
So, I don't know if what I'm about to say is
controversial.
No, not controversial. whatever. As a kid, I feel like I'm a little bit well, that's kind of weird to say. I'm doing good now, but before the channel, I felt like I was like a little bit behind in life, and that's because like growing up throughout my like teenage years, even up into my like early 20s, I very much resisted the notion of like society because I felt like Truman. I felt like, dude, I just want to like go. I just want to go see the world. I don't want to really do anything.
It's reasonable though.
I just want to go see the world. I just want to go see as much of the earth before I die.
You don't want to be confined by society's timeline.
Well, what is a job? What is money? What is any of that shit? Which, of course, as an adult, it matters. But then is like, did I just fucking give up and fall into the system?
It is people who work for themselves. We do have the privilege to be able to say this. But yeah, I feel you. I 100% feel you.
That's why I stated before the channel. Like, I'm doing good now. I do have a lot of freedom now, and I'm very grateful for that. But like, if I didn't, I would just have like a really ass job somewhere. Yeah. And again, that feels like a privileged thing to say. I'm sorry. I'm not talking shit about like people with jobs or anything, but like for me,
with ass jobs.
For me personally, like with my ADHD, I can't have like a 9-to-5 thing. But like my true dream is like I want to fucking buy a fucking van and just fucking be a vagabond. Like that would be my ideal life. Just never being in one place for more than like a month.
I feel you, and I like places. I love having a home base, and I recognize this in myself while playing Minecraft, because my thing would be that I would build a home base, and then I would go explore, but I would always come back to like my base, and like that's me. But I feel like when you become, think about this. I'm just going to paint a picture of a person. Their parents were billionaires, and they don't really have to get work and they'll get around to it. What do they end up doing? They become artists, or they do music, or they travel, or they're travel influencers. It's always the same thing, because I think that's like inherent in humans, that we want to go and be places and do things. I think a lot of people want to do their jobs if their job is something meaningful to them, but like insurance salesman, for example, like I don't think Truman wants to fucking sell insurance. I don't really think, no offense to anybody who sells insurance, I don't think anyone wants to sell insurance. I think if you can do good at it and you can make money at it, that's good, but like the things that you want to do are all like, it's like nature, and it's like other connections with people and experiencing other cultures. Like it's all out there. You know what I mean?
No, I agree with that. So this movie was good. I actually enjoyed it now, but there's couple things I wish.
Let's hear about it.
The movie would have done.
Him jerking off, right?
No.
Okay.
I wish the movie would have done was like, so he lived in the guy built a perfect world for him. Like,
yeah.
He like the guy says, the problems you have here, you're going to have the problems here, but here, I made it so you are safe from all that.
Yeah.
So he created that perfect world. I think he did that, but to make really good TV, and get the ratings even a little bit higher and make more money, he could have done it not a perfect world for him. So here it is. I have a sequel.
Hold on, but before you get into that, I want to
serial killer into the mix.
But hold on, before you get to that, I want to point out the ways that his world was and actually perfect. Like his dad died while he was a kid.
But
on the boat. They put the big dog on the bridge so he can't go across it. Even when his boss was telling him, his boss was like, because they did put drama into it. His boss was like, "Hey, I need you to go deliver this insurance paperwork to the island," and he was like, "Oh, well, I can't." And he was like, "Well, you have to." And then as he went, they even had that sunken boat there that they showed. And then like he was too afraid to get on the boat. Like also, they know what his fears are, and they keep trying to push him to face it.
And he was lying when he said that there's nothing we can do to stop him, because they sent a whole from his perspective, he killed him in that storm.
Yeah.
He was willing to kill him before he let him get to the end. So he was absolutely lying. So that he's that's not a perfect world.
No, but I'm just saying. He tried to. But what I mean by a perfect world, even though he had those traumas, he's had those traumas. Everyone in that town was there for Truman.
Yeah.
So like they make sure nothing bad.
All right. So what do you want?
So this is what I wanted, and this is actually what happened in my dream, because I watched this movie and I went to bed. So I had a sequel.
Truman Show dream?
Yeah, that I was in the Truman Show and I was Truman, but it was different.
Oh, also his name is True Man.
True Man?
Because he's a true man. That's all. Continue.
Anyways, so there's a person out there put me in this world, and it's just pretty much me living through the shit that I've gone through in my life. So like obviously, I've been through some shit and whatever, but having all those traumas and everything, and not having everyone around you to like how Truman did. So that's how my world was. But I was going through that, and when I was going through my traumas, like in his world, he would have like his mother and his wife come and support him. But in my world, I didn't have those people come and support me. If anything, they came and made it worse.
Oh my God. So it's Truman Show, but everyone's bullying you?
Yeah. So it was not just as that. And then on top of that, like the people that you think that are your family are not your family. That, so like, for instance, one of the things that happened was like, it was pretty much the end of in my dream was almost the end of the thing. It was like I was growing up in this world where everything was just bad, where climate change was bad. There's still like violence, just all this stuff. And on top of that, you still got egged on for your insecurities, for your traumas and all that stuff, okay? So then you had to deal with all that shit. And then the next thing you know, that your family is also not the people that you thought they were. So they're also piling onto that shit. So then your whole world is fucked up and you just want to get the fuck out of here. And you're in here and you're like, that this cannot be it. Like, this is not what life is. The life is not just like this shittiness the whole fucking time. So like you want to get the fuck out of here and you realize that it's not like this eventually. So you try to get out, but you can't get out because they keep piling more negativity into you. So you get stuck there. So this is how the movie ended for me. Well, my dream ended.
All right.
So essentially I was on a train and there was a train for me. Like it was like this universe, like he had created a whole universe. And if I get to the very last stop, I'm able to get off that train. And if I run out, I'm free.
Okay.
So for me to get to that point, so however, I was in the show and everyone knew I was trying to do that. So my cousin, he came and shot me and killed me. But listen.
Okay.
So the reason he came and shot me and killed me, he made an excuse that I was taking money and stealing money from him. So he just came and shot me. All right. And I'm literally on the train. I'm dying. I am like I thought I'm done. Like I am dying, and like, but somehow I still have thoughts in my head. Like, listen, like, but I'm dead. Like I cannot move or anything like that. But for some reason, I don't know. When I get to the end, I had like I still was like, no, I got this. I could get through. I could get through. I'm not gonna die. I get to the end, and I just somehow like whatever. I get off the fucking tracks, get off the train, and I just bolt. So I could beeline to get out of here.
While you're shot?
Well, because I was already like I was on the ground.
Yeah.
I was on the train.
Big adrenaline boost.
So you got out of the train.
I was on the train lying dead, and everyone left me to lie dead on the train. But the train was still going around, right?
Okay.
So there's no one around me. Everyone thought I was already dead because I'm lying dead, but my brain is still working. Okay. My body's not working. My brain is working.
Okay.
So then I'm like, all right, I can't die. I gotta get out of here. I gotta see more. And then next thing you know, I'm like, all right, I see that because like in my head, I know like since I'm in a loop, I know the next stop is the one I need to go, even though I can't see it. So somehow I muster myself out to get out, and I make it get off the train. I'm like running, limping, and I go straight. But next, I see my white light. I see the way out, and I touch it. And as soon as I fucking touch it, I get shot again with a sniper, and that's how I wake up.
Okay.
All right, so obviously you need therapy.
Yeah, two things. That's the Truman Show by A24, and yeah, I was gonna say you got to go to therapy. Bud.
Yeah. Also, man, just there's a suicide hotline for anybody out there who needs help. Please call that.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that shit's dark as fuck,
you
bro.
Basically just said death is the only way out.
Yeah, man. What the fuck is wrong with your dreams?
What would have been really fucked up is as soon as you touch that light, you're just back in your living room with your family.
I woke up. I woke because like I kid you not. When I woke up, my heart was racing. I was sweating.
Good Christ.
I woke up. Like I woke up, race, like heart race, like
that feels.
You should.
I was sweating, and I was like, man, that's what the truth. Because like Truman Show seemed like that's not what real life is.
I don't know that I could watch that and not be the most depressed person on the planet.
It is real life though. That's what's awesome about the Truman Show is that it is fake, but it's also a slice of life because that is kind of what life is like. Also, before we're kind of running out of time, yeah, go schedule therapy because what the fuck, man. But also there is a real world parallel. There was a Japanese man named Nasubi. I think Moist Critical did a video on him, but like this was to this day, I think historically one of the most watched shows. So this guy was like a real life Truman, and he knew like he knew he was going to be on a TV show.
He didn't know exactly what it was.
Yeah, they put him in an apartment with no clothes, nothing, and the only way he could gather things is by playing like those mail-in sweepstakes, and that's how he would gather like clothes and like things he needed. And he knew everything was being recorded, right? And he thought that once the show was done, they were going to edit it into a show, but it was being streamed live to the whole country, and
he's just by himself this whole time.
And this went on for like a year plus. Like this went on for a very, very long time. We don't have enough time to like get into the weeds of it, but there was a real life.
So the thing is that we've done this. We've already done it. I feel like it's only a matter of time before someone figures out how to do a 24-hour live stream of their lives, and it becomes.
I think we already do that on Twitch.
I mean, we kind of, but I'm saying someone's gonna figure out how to be like. They're gonna get a jetpack. They're just gonna do everything. They're gonna be like, hey, you're gonna come with me everywhere. All the time.
Hey, Mexican Sublime just said one could argue that Baby Vlogs today is the new Truman Show.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't want to vlog my baby.
I don't get.
Family vlogs
are
fucked, man.
I'm not gonna do that shit.
Yeah, family vlogs are fucked up.
Well, all right, Pat. You said the most depressing shit I've heard in a long while.
That made me sad.
You get to pick the next movie. And Pat, I don't know if you remember what our next theme is. The theme is independent movies.
Pick something good.
No, I know what Pat's gonna pick, and it's okay, Pat. Pick it.
So
the best, largest, most successful.
Yes,
hold on.
yes. but here it is. I'm going to say the franchise, but give me a day to really think about the movie because I want to pick a movie that has layers.
Sorry,
in this franchise.
You have to pick today. Unfortunately,
today. All right. Can you give me like 2 minutes?
Yeah, we'll give you 2 minutes while we buffer.
All right. Let me look at this franchise.
So I'm gonna give hints to the franchise. We're doing indie filmmakers. Pat has found one of the most prolific indie filmmakers of all time, who is possibly the most successful indie filmmaker of all time.
Pretty wild.
And so we're going to be watching a movie by them, and Pat is going to pick which movie that will be.
Pretty wild.
Well known for certain franchises, well known for certain spoofs that people have done of them, well known for being in movies such as Gone Girl and other things that I can't think of at the moment.
Watch Hollywood make a movie.
All right, so
it's called Martyrs.
I have two.
You got two. What are they in between, Pat?
So Medea's Witness Protection,
okay,
or Medea's Family Reunion.
Family Reunion or Witness Protection.
Okay, I've never seen a Madea movie, so to get the best experience for me, I would like to watch objectively the best.
The best one is Diary of Mad Black Woman.
Then I would like.
But
then
Pat's picking.
I need.
But that's not funny. I don't think I've seen that one.
Because I know, and I don't know if this is fair to say or not. So please correct me if I'm wrong. But I feel like this is one of those series that eventually turns into schlock.
What do you mean?
Is that wrong to say?
It's kind of schlocky to begin with, I feel like.
But like,
in a good way.
I've never seen this, so I would like to get the best experience. So like objectively, I want what is the best Madea movie? Because there's like 67.
Let's ask the internet what the best Madea movie.
Yeah, what's the best one? But
I'm saying Google it, Pat. You got to Google it.
But it is your choice. Fine. Well, but
we'll watch whatever you want us to watch, Pat.
But understand, that'll be my first.
Because you were traumatized.
Whatever you're about to show me is going to be our first exposure to Madea. So don't pick it because you.
Mickey's first exposure.
No, you okay? Well, okay, but like you know Madea. There's layers there. You're well versed in the series, so what you find funny may not be a good first experience. That's all I'm trying to say.
So that's what I'm trying to figure out because I like slapping your face type of funny.
Madea Goes to Jail is peak. He says
that's one of my favorite ones.
Okay,
all right, let's watch Madea Goes to Jail, man. You want to watch Madea Goes to Jail?
Yeah.
Diary of a Mad Black Woman.
I mean, Diary of the Mad Black Woman is less a Madea film and more a film with Madea in it. I feel like.
Yeah, but you need the Medea-ness.
All right, well, that's it. We're watching Diary. Oh, my bad. We're watching Madea Goes to Jail.
All right.
To start our indie movie month, watching Madea Goes to motherfucking Jail. Let's get it. We will be picking indie movies for this month. Please, guys, participate in the old movie podcast. Watch along with us. We love having these little discussions with you. Pray for Pat. His Truman Show ordeal dream was very rough to listen to. I think I might be negatively affected.
Yeah, DM him to get therapy.
I mean, it was a dream.
It's just a
dreams can
dark
be
fucking dream, bro.
Dreams can be interpreted.
You pretty much just said it was the real world, and then you got popped twice. Anyway, stick around for the raid. We'll see you guys later.
Bro, the second pop, man, I woke up with my heart going bump, 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 bump. Yeah, man. I was sweating when I woke up, man.
Well, I guess it is important to watch Madea for another certain thing we're watching. So,
Talking Normies.
find out.